Hi there everyone, and welcome back to Watts the Obsession. Please take a moment to click subscribe and that bell so you get notifications from the channel, and if you don't mind, click like on this video to support the channel. Today I want to address the issue that has been swirling around on the tubes, at least on Watts Island, about a possible pending CPS case, or in Colorado, it would be called a DHS case. So DHS stands for Department of Human Services, and CPS stands for Child Protective Services. Now, I was going to do a live stream on this issue to discuss it with all of you guys, but I'm just making a video to put out the information that is known, meaning the facts, because this issue being discussed right now has been upsetting to the family, and this channel has always maintained and will continue to maintain that we are respectful and supportive of both the Rusek and Watts families. Let me get right to the point and tell you what is known about this possible pending CPS case per the discovery document first. CPS and or upcoming court dates are mentioned a total of 3 times in the Watts case discovery. One of the times a court case is mentioned is right here. This is a picture of what you would find in the discovery. And this note is actually from the dispatcher named Patricia Cochran, who is the same person that took Nicole Atkinson's call when she made her very first call to the authorities, making them aware of her concern that she could not locate Shanann. So it was the same person who took these notes and subsequently wrote up a very short report that just refers us back to these notes. So you will see here, she notes on a piece of, it looks like a sticky note piece of paper, that Chris and Shanann had an upcoming court date at the Weld County District Court on August 24th, 2018 at 8:30 a.m. She also lists a number or a docket number for that court case. So this is very important, and I'm going to tell you exactly what that means after I note all of the factual pieces of evidence indicating a possible CPS case. The next thing you might find in discovery is a handwritten note again that names a person named Renee, who is a social worker, and it gives her phone number, which is mostly redacted. As you see, what's left of the phone number is the area code 910. If you do just a very quick and easy Google search of that area code, you'll find that that area code is an area code that comes from North Carolina, in the area where Shanann and Chris used to live. So the next item in discovery that mentions anything of Weld County Family Court or social services or anything like that is, again, this handwritten note that just notes Weld County Family Court. I don't even think it says court. No, it doesn't. It looks like connected to that note there's someone named Debbie, and I can't even make out the last name. But regarding this handwritten note that appears in discovery, I'm going to address this first and what its significance may be. The answer is we don't know regarding this handwritten note right here. So just in researching this issue, and really my research was an attempt to debunk the people that are claiming that Shanann had an upcoming CPS or DHS case. You know, I looked up this name. I couldn't find anything. I looked up any words, you know, that are right around this note about the Weld County Family Court, it looks like, and None of them were in any way connected to the family court system in Weld County. Now remember, guys, the authorities were aware that there was a missing pregnant mother and 2 little baby children, ages 3 and 4. It's quite possible that a number of organizations and institutions in the area were somehow getting involved, either in an attempt to gather information or to offer support in finding this vulnerable population of 3 people, a pregnant woman and 2 little kids. So I am considering that this handwritten note in the discovery right here, with nothing else written about it or no additional context, is meaningless, meaning we can't tell anything about it. It could mean a number of things. It would be irresponsible to draw any conclusion about this handwritten note right here. Do you agree? Leave a comment and let me know what you think about that. So now let's go back to that first handwritten note, the one that was written down by Patricia Cochran, the woman that took Nicole Atkinson's initial call that initiated the welfare check on the Watts home. So the most important thing here to me is this docket number. So C62, C 2018, and then C and some other numbers. So I researched the meaning of this docket number. So this C62 right here just means that it pertains to a Weld County court case. 2018 obviously is the year in which this is relevant. So what is most important in this docket number is the next C in the series of numbers and letters. If you were to look into how the Weld County court case docket numbers are coded, that C right there means civil. So that means it's a civil matter. So what that does not mean is that it is a family court issue, as we typically think of them, meaning custody, meaning divorce, meaning child protection issues of neglect or abuse or anything like that. Now, we all know that the Watts had unpaid homeowners association fees, that the homeowners association was sending out notes to the family, letters to the family, trying to get those fees. And to our knowledge, that issue had not been resolved. So in this Weld County court system, issues of property disputes or neighborhood disputes are a section of services that are provided. So given that this docket number indicates this was a civil matter, it most likely pertains to the unpaid homeowners fees that the homeowners organization was trying to collect from the Watts family. There's nothing here that indicates it was a matter of DHS, or Department of Human Services, as it's called in Colorado. In fact, if it was, guys, this docket number would have been coded differently. So let's go back to that note that has the person Renee's phone number listed. We know Renee is a social worker, and we know that the phone number, which is mostly redacted, comes from an area code that traces her back to North Carolina. Well, once again, guys, I've done some research into this, and so have a few people that I'm working with, and I'm sure that it's been researched before, and I'm sure that if there was any connection that could be definitively made to Shanann Watts, that information would be out there and we would know about it by now. So once again, what I'm going to say about that is there is a case of a missing, at the time, woman who is 15 weeks pregnant, and that her family and friends know she has not been feeling well, and 2 missing children, ages 3 and 4. Since Shanann and Chris Watts were from North Carolina and Shanann Watts was in North Carolina, it is very possible that a social worker or any number of people from North Carolina could have been offering information that might help the investigators figure out where this missing trio of people who obviously really needed help at the time were located. So once again, my friends, this note, this handwritten note that's found in discovery is just a note that's in discovery. It's piqued people's interest. When you put these 3 handwritten notes together, people have made some assumptions about what they might mean, but really none of these 3 notes, which are the only 3 pieces of factual evidence that exist that there might be some social work issue or DHS issue connected to Shanann Watts, there are no definitive conclusions that can be made about any of them. What is out there is primarily a blog post, which I read from in a recent live stream, and I'm kind of second guessing my choice to do that. I think I explained I was caught kind of on my heels in that live stream because I wasn't aware that this Renee's phone number was going to trace back to North Carolina, so I just read part of this blog post. The person in the blog post from which I read the other day claims that there's an unnamed source from North Carolina close to Shanann, and this source claims that Shanann was not allowed to be left alone with the children for 15 months and then thereafter only 90 minutes a day. However, guys, I have to truly doubt this account, because when you look at Shanann Watts' posts to Facebook, the many videos that she posted to Facebook during that time period that would have been encompassed by that 15 months that Shanann was supposedly not allowed to be alone with her children, there were many times when it certainly appears she was alone with the kids. During a work day when Chris Watts would have definitely been at work, there were 2 posts I can think of where Shanann states, Bella's home with her. She's going to be taking Bella to the doctors. And, as far as we can tell, Chris Watts was not in the house. He certainly should have been at work. And there wasn't anything to indicate that Chris Watts was home with them that day. So regarding this possible CPS or DHS open case in Shanann Watts, what I have to conclude, guys, is this is just a whole lot of speculation and conjecture, and there is really nothing factual or definitive to tell us that there actually was a pending case. I'm very interested to know what you guys think, so please leave a comment below and let us know what you think. Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe and like buttons, and I appreciate your support very much.